Welcome to the Daily Podcast. My name is Michelle Sinclair. I am a divine healer. Today we are going to start by reading from the Christ Letters. This is page 227 if you happen to have the book, talking about consciousness. Therefore, your state of consciousness is the most important consideration in your life, not your relationships or possessions or your position in life. Tend to your consciousness, and the blessedness in all aspects of your life will follow. By your consciousness, you feed yourself with inner love and harmony, joy and beauty, even in the back streets of a slum. With such a consciousness, you will find yourself being removed from the streets of the slum into an environment in keeping with your inner self. So do you climb out of unpleasant circumstances. You should be able to see that only you create the quality of your internal world, whether you find yourself externally in prison or in command of the battleship. And you can enhance your surroundings by radiating to them the life force which animates your thinking. And again, your consciousness is your reality, not your husband or wife, children, home, garden, possessions, qualifications, workplace, friends. For whatever place your people and your possessions occupy in your consciousness, good or evil, this place is only your personal perception of them. The reality of these people is not truly known to anyone. No one has access to the innate goodness hidden in an apparently negative character. Conversely, no one may suspect the hidden drives and desires of seemingly personable human being. Your external life only impinges on your consciousness. It does not, cannot create or determine your conscious responses. You are the creator of your responses. Your type of creation depends entirely on your deepest perceptions and beliefs regarding existence. So as you choose to gradually dismantle your past inner world in order to create a more harmonious inner kingdom of increased love, vitality, and joy, although your outer objects, people, or possessions remain the same, the spiritual power of the fabric of your consciousness will be radiated outwards and absorbed by the people, plants, and bricks and mortar in your immediate vicinity. There will be definite changes and improvements in all that comes within your orbit. It is your destiny in this life, or future lives, to arrive at this full and complete realization. And when you do, you will put your foot to the path of self-mastery and then gradually move forward and becoming a true master of your human consciousness world, interpenetrated and assisted by divine consciousness. So none of this do we do alone. The divine is here to guide us and to show us the path this whole way. But your inner consciousness, the state of your consciousness, is the most important consideration in this life. So examine it. What is your state of consciousness? If I was to ask you this is the test that I do when I was going through this enlightenment, and this is actually years after the first time that this came up, and I was just on a spiritual retreat. And what I realized was that we have a choice of living in hell or living in heaven right here on the earth right now. And that all of it comes from the mind. All of it comes from our perceptions of what we believe is happening. It all comes, every tiny little bit of it, from our beliefs that we hold. Here's the example. When you recognize that there is a pattern in your life, it is because there is a belief that is there. Let's say that you've had destructive relationships throughout your life. There is some belief that probably began in childhood, probably began and had something to do with your parents and their imperfect love for either you or for yourself. And it is through this that all things then perpetuate themselves forward in your life. So let's say, here's the example. Let's say your mom was not good. She wasn't present for you. I mean, she did what she could do. You know, she's your mom. She loves you. You know that. But she just really wasn't present for you. You felt alone or abandoned, even in your own house. You will gain beliefs from this, right? And especially because you're a little child. So you're not really able to think your way through these things so much. So we, as humans, usually take these things on. So if mom is ignoring me, well, maybe I'm not very good then. You know, maybe if I was better, she wouldn't ignore me. Maybe if I behaved perfectly, she wouldn't ignore me. Maybe if I was this, she wouldn't ignore me. And we will come up with all of these things, and they become beliefs, right? So this could end up as you being a perfectionist, right? If I do things just perfectly, then mom will love me. Did her love change when you did things perfectly? No. But because we believed, oh, maybe this could happen, then we take that belief on, and then we now have to do things absolutely perfect, and we turn into a perfectionist because our mom made us feel alone when we were little. Now, we end up in a relationship, and our partner is really not there for us. They ignore us, they're not present, and they make us feel alone even when we're in the same room as them. This is the pattern. You have put out this certain frequency because then based on your beliefs of I'm not worthy of this, or this is what love looks like, because it's all you've known, whatever happens to be, you've put out these beliefs, and so now they're being presented to you again. Well, you believe this, so here you go. This is what you want. But you know that, well, this isn't what I want, but it's what you have put out because you've put your belief in it. So when we change the beliefs, which we do this is what I do with my clients, is we do soul regression work. So we would take the present beliefs that are there, well, we would take the present problem, and then we would figure out the beliefs that are all attached to it, right? Because some of us consciously don't know. We're like, I don't know. No, I don't think that. I don't think that. And then I take people into state, and 100% they think these things that they think that they don't think. Because when we're in a soul state, we're at the honest state. We can no longer lie to ourselves because our conscious mind is out. It's stopping making excuses for things, and it's just telling you what is. And so it will tell you what is. It'll tell you all the beliefs that are in there, like, oh, well, this is this, this is this. And then you can examine this and you can see, oh man, okay, yeah, well, I do believe that. Oh, I do believe that. I do believe that. And then we go back and then we change these things and we have them perceived more honestly, more truthfully in divine alignment. And then that shifts everything. It shifts everything because now you don't believe these things anymore. So now you're not going to end up in a relationship with someone who makes you feel like you're completely alone because you don't believe that anymore. You believe that you're worthy of something that's equal. You believe that you're worthy of this goodness, and you believe things more honestly and truthfully. And because you're believing in the good, you then get the good. Whereas before you were believing in the bad, and so you were getting the bad. But it is not bad because even having this pattern lets you recognize that you created it. Which, this is the most important part, is recognizing, yes, that's true. Ooh, when I was 4 years old or 5 years old, this thing happened, and then I started believing that, and then it has played out my whole life. Many times I'll ask people like, okay, how long have you felt this way? Oh, my whole life. And some people actually have, right? It will have began in infancy, or it will have began in the womb, or it will have began in a past life. And so they really, truly have felt that way their whole entire life, the whole life. And if this was from a past life, it's because there's karma to play out. They came here like, oh, we didn't have time to heal it then. Okay, well, we'll come here and we'll heal it now. So I'm going to present this problem to you that you need to fix for your soul's evolution. And so it will present the problem to you that you need to fix for your soul's evolution. And then you'll be able to do that. But these things that happen are happening for us. They happen for us so that we can look and we can see, oh, that's right. These are the laws of the universe. I was believing this and look what presented to me. I switched it and within a week, now look what's presented to me. This is the funnest part about this, is that when you shift the beliefs, you can see the results so rapidly. Sometimes that moment that we're done and I snap my fingers and I'm like, you're back in the room, feeling amazing. And they say, oh, wow. Oh, I feel so different. Oh, like I can breathe deeper. Like I feel like a weight has been lifted off my body. and they'll say all kinds of things. What has happened here is that these heavy, dense, earthly, low vibration energies are actually dense and heavy. Like they actually feel heavy. And so they're heaviness in the body. Like you'll actually feel heavy. Whereas when you're living in the truth, it's light. You're actually lighter bodied. The particles that make up your body are different, lighter. And so it actually feels lighter. And then when you go forward, so the good example of this is money beliefs, right? Somebody that's struggling with that, all of a sudden we work on these beliefs, and within a week, and it always seems to happen this way, that they'll be like, dude, wow, all these things happened this week. Why did those things happen this week? Because you believe something different now. That is it. So you are having your belief presented to you, and it's showing you, hey, look, it's true. What you believe in, you get. And so then when we realize this, and when we deeply know this, and we deeply understand this, then we're going to stop believing in the things that harm us. We're going to search through our mind, and we're going to find all those things, and we're going to pull them out, and we're going to eradicate them. We're going to change it into something that's the truth. You know, I know sometimes people they'll go back in their memories, and we'll be shifting things, and we'll be changing things, and they'll be like, no, you know, I want to keep this harmful thing, you know, it's part of my life, I need to keep it. And it's like, that's totally fine. Yeah, you can keep that thing, and it will just keep harming you. Totally cool. Yeah, you want to keep it, that's your choice. This is your free will, you can keep it. So then I'll give an option. I'll be like, okay, cool, let's keep it. I want you to see what that looks like here in the future. You've kept it. Yeah, okay. Now let's just pretend that you let it go, and let's see what that looks like without it. And then when they do that, this pretending exercise, and then they step into that body that's pretending, and they feel the feeling that's there of truth and lightness, they realize, oh, yeah, this feels 100% more like me. Oh, this is interesting. This is weird. Yeah, that old thing didn't even feel like me. I would never want to go back to that ever again, because that's not me, because it's not you. Because your soul is beautiful and pure and clean and filled with love. And then we come here on the earth, and we're in these heavy, dense energies, and all of our thoughts and all of our things are coming, and it's being presented to us in this visible matter. But we're here to learn. This is the playground. We're here to learn these things. And so we have these heavier, dense energies. We get to play with them. We get to figure this out. We get to hurt people. They get to hurt us. We get to forgive them. They get to forgive us. We get to play around, and we get to evolve together. This is what's happening. And it is through these things, and changing the perspective of your life, of realizing these things that have happened in the past were there to help you grow, that you can then have a different perspective about them, and then you can heal them. Because I could say, you know, like, well, because this is true, it's been the truth up until this point, and it's not going to be ever true anymore, is that, you know, any time that I would get into a relationship with a man, they would hurt me. There would be some type of harm or betrayal or abuse, a lot of abuse that would be occurring. And it's like, oh, okay, so recognizing these patterns of, oh, well, I guess, I don't know why I thought that I deserved that abuse, because otherwise I wouldn't have stayed, right? And, you know, well, I must be, you know, not good enough, or, you know, I would have something different. And recognizing these patterns, these are blessings. What a wonderful thing. I'm so glad that happened, because I can see the pattern play out plain as day. Plain as day. This happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and it's just repeating over and over and over, and it's like, oh, I get it. I guess I need to work on myself so that I stop attracting that type of thing into my life. And so that's exactly what I did. And so then I have completely different results. And I've broken that pattern, but I couldn't break a pattern that I didn't see. And we have these going on all the time. What does your life feel like it's on repeat about? It's because of a belief. It's because you believe that, oh, you can't get that other job, or you can't do this because you whatever. You limit yourself based on your beliefs, and they dictate your life. And so you can take the limits off, and you can have a limitless life. But people don't do this. They're afraid to do this. They think, oh, no, we have to put limits on things. We do not. The divine does not. Look around at all the beautiful creation that exists. Did the divine put any limits in our beautiful world? No. This mountain, this mountain has beautiful trees, and it has rivers, and it has waterfalls. Ooh, let's put some beautiful flowers in there. Let's put some nature. Let's put some animals. Let's put some beautiful songbirds. Let's put some other beautiful things in here. There's no limits to how beautiful and wonderful something can be, including your life, unless you believe it to be so, that you will not have a beautiful life, and then you will not. There is the law of faith in good and evil. So we could have it as the law of faith in beautiful and ugly. We could have it as the law of faith in love and fear. Whatever it is, these are the opposite things. And whatever you believe, whatever you put your focus on, you are literally creating it. It will go out. It will imbue all the empty space that's all around you. It will put that very specific frequency of beautiful love into it, and then it will turn into visible matter through the laws of electromagnetism, also known as cause and effect, that what you are putting out, it will come back to you, and it will particle itself into visible matter that you will actually be able to see. And you will like, oh, wow. And then when you can recognize these patterns, the beneficial ones, you will then know that you are mastering yourself, because these things that are, you're like, wow, holy, why am I having all these opportunities presented to me? Why is all these beautiful and wonderful things happening to me? Well, you'll know exactly why, because you created it. But you cannot be rich and believe that you are poor. And you might not have any money right now, but the reason that you don't is because you do not believe. There is something that is there that is preventing it from coming to you, and it's a belief, or there's something there that has limited the amount that you get in. You know, many people will believe, they will equate hours with dollars. Right? Why? Because they got a job when they were young, and this many hours meant this much money, and so then they, believe that the limit of their income is based on the amount of hours that they can put in. This is a belief, and it is not the truth. And people will say, no, but it is the truth. It's my truth. It is your truth, because you believe in it, and so all of our beliefs are presented to us as truth, but they're not the actual truth. So you could change the belief, and then you will have different visible results, because you are sending out a different frequency within that belief. Every single belief, every single thing holds a very specific vibration and frequency, and as you send that thing out, it creates, it's the creation, and then it brings it back to you, and you're like, oh, here's the thing I created. But because we've been doing this our whole entire life, we don't recognize these things, and it's once we start to recognize these things that we can change them, right? You can't ignore, you can't change something that you've been ignoring. And not even ignoring, sometimes we literally don't see it. It's like when you leave a partner, or something ends, and then you see all of these things that you did not see before because you were literally love blind. Everybody else seen the things, but you didn't see the things. You weren't experiencing them. Why were you not? Because you didn't believe in them. That's why. Everybody's perception of reality is something completely different. So you don't know what the person next to you is thinking about. You don't know the thoughts in their head. You might think that you do. You might think that you're a mind reader, but you're not. You don't know what they think about. You don't know what they dream about. They don't tell you everything. And so your perception of that person might be completely skewed, right? You might see some type of behavior and make some type of assumption and think a certain way, but it's completely inaccurate. And what this person's actual intent was something completely different than what you thought. But based on your beliefs and based on what you have going on, it flavors and it colors your whole entire world. And something will be presented to you, and you will believe in this certain thing, even if it is not the truth, because you believe in that certain thing. So when we change our beliefs, then we change our lives completely. It's a very important thing to figure out, first of all, to gain awareness of these beliefs. And how you do this is by looking at the areas of your life where you do not feel satisfied. So write it out. Okay, well, I don't feel satisfied in this particular area. Maybe all these other ones are gravy. They're just great. They're beautiful. And maybe this one's not. Maybe many of them are not. Okay, well then, what's the most important to you? Go to that one first. Think about that. What area? Okay, well, this is here. Okay, well, is there something that happened in the past that hurt you in that area? Go to that. Well, how did it hurt you? What beliefs are there? What do you think about yourself because of this? What beliefs do you believe about that particular thing or that particular part of your life? And examine them and write it down, and then meditate on them and take them to divine consciousness and say, Divine, I realize that I'm holding this belief. I don't want to hold this anymore. I need you to transmute this into something that is more truthful and more loving, and I trust and believe that you can do this for me. And then present it to the divine, and then have an excited, joyful thanks that of course the divine is going to help you with this. Of course the divine is going to help you with this. And as you put your belief in and your faith in that, then you will see the results that come from that. Because you have put your belief and you have put your faith in the truth, which is the divine. And the divine, there's no limits. There's all wellness, there's all health, there's all vitality, there's abundance, there's every good and wonderful thing that comes from the divine. And so when you get into contact, when you connect with the divine, and when you allow the divine, when you ask, you gotta ask the divine to come in and help you with something. Of course the divine is gonna help you with something. It's a freaking reason why you're here. It's the reason why everything is here. And so you will be assisted, but only when you believe it, when you have faith that you will be assisted, that you are worthy and good enough of it, and that this doesn't just happen to everybody, to other people. It happens to everybody. It happens to you too. And if it hasn't been, it is only because there has been clouding, there has been veils that are over there, there's been lowly negative thinking, probably about yourself or about the world generally, and that is the thing that has caused the harm. And so when you can identify this, all the beliefs that are there, and you can shift them and you can change them, then you have freed yourself, and you've freed the other people around you too, because your energetic imprint goes out constantly all around you, and it will imbue your environment, it'll imbue the grass, the people around you, every single thing. It will go out and it will touch. And so you're not just doing this for yourself, but you will be uplifting everyone in your environment, and you will notice when you leave, if things fall apart, if there's, lowly destructive thinking that goes on afterwards because you're not there to hold the light anymore, you will then see that as proof. You will know, oh, okay, I realize how important it is to stay in this loving alignment, because I'm not just helping myself, I'm helping other people too. And what a beautiful gift that is. And what a beautiful gift you can give to the world. If you're a giver, this is something that you can do. It's something that you're already doing right now, constantly, every single second. So when you have that nice light-bodied energy, people will see it, they will recognize it, they will look at you and they'll think, dang, that person's glowing. They're actually glowing. They appear this way because you're seeing the light that is within them. And people are attracted to this light. They need it because they know that it's the truth. And it will help to set them free, because when your energy mixes with somebody else's energy, oh, what a beautiful thing this is. And this happens just by being in proximity to someone. That you help to elevate their consciousness just by being you. You literally don't have to do anything. You just have to sit there in your authentic self, because people are not authentic. They don't even realize they're not being. They're sheep. They're trying to fit in. Well, we don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. We don't need to fit in. Our purpose doesn't mean that we're fitting in. Our purpose means that we're doing something different. And so what a beautiful, beautiful thing when you can find those things that have been limiting you, those beliefs that have been holding you back, and when you eradicate them, then your life shifts and it changes and it transforms, and visibly, the visible matter that's in your life, your property, your environment, your house, your thing, they will change visibly. Through your eyes, you will see something different. Different people will come into your life and be like, oh, this is weird. I've never had so many supportive people in my life. Where are they all coming from? Because you've healed yourself. And now these other people who have healed themselves too, who don't want to do any harm to anybody, those are the people who are coming into your life. They don't have any games to play. They don't have anything other than goodness that they want to spread in the world too, because you are doing that too. And so then you'll find your soul tribe. Your people will come in. You'll be like, I've been waiting my whole life for you. And they'll be like, I've been waiting my whole life for you. And we'll be like, here we are. We did the thing and now we're here. And this is how it goes. This is the work. So when you do the inner work, this is why your environment changes. The visible matter in your life changes. This is what I got for you guys here today. Love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. This is wonderful. I just love that you guys are here. I thank you so much for being here. You guys are all amazing and wonderful. I'm sending you so many blessings raining down on you. I'm just going to take 1 second here to see all of these blessings raining down. I'm seeing health raining down on one of you in particular. I'm just going to do this for a couple seconds here. Oh wow. Whew. Okay. And I'm raining abundance of love down on you all. Ooh, okay, and I'm gonna send you all so much calm and peace deep in your hearts. Oh, love you all, my darlings. Thank you guys for tuning in here. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.